Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another Welcome to Plathville recap, and this time it's season 7 episode 5 called The Secret, and it is so spicy. In this episode, Veronica drops a bomb on Micah about talking to Olivia, and we hear the fallout from Ethan asking Zach if he's gay. The episode starts after potentially the most awkward proposal I've ever seen from last episode, and right when Ethan asks Zach if he's gay right to his face, something Zach obviously denies awkwardly, and fans are divided about this online. Many are pretty disgusted by Ethan even asking this, and some think Zach's gay for sure. So either way, Zach tells Ethan he's straight as an arrow, and Micah insists they don't have an issue with gay people, but just they don't want anyone with those desires with their sister. In my personal opinion, and this may be a hot take, but to really find out if Zach is gay or has those desires, which he denies, and we should respect him for that, but they should have Micah take his shirt off and see Zach's reaction. Honestly, why did they not do that? Micah then invites Zach to his house in Boca to quote-unquote test his work ethic, and Zach is on board. I imagine they're going to be installing a fence or something like that. Ethan says that he's still not satisfied with Zach's answers and still does not like him. There's just no pleasing Ethan. Honestly, there's no way he's gonna like Zach. And part of me feels like Ethan is taking out what happened with him and Olivia on Zach or something. Lydia is upset they asked Zach about his sexuality, rightfully so, any bride would be. She says Ethan saved himself for marriage for the first time, and no one said anything about that, and she spins it as it's sad that saving yourself for marriage is taken as someone could be gay, but really though, people online seem to be saying it's not that, it's the mannerisms. Amber and Veronica are now having a chat in Boca in the kitchen, and Veronica's almost trying her best to make Amber uncomfortable on camera. It's just so weird to me. She admits that she doesn't do the dishes and she's not waiting around to cook for a man. Veronica then starts bashing Amber's family members, Barry, Mariah, Lydia, and Amber's just trying to be diplomatic over here. She's usually not even on the show, but she looks visibly uncomfortable. Veronica is sort of out of line in this, in my opinion. Poor little Amber is confused as to why Veronica is so dead set on talking trash about the Plaths and on camera. As am I. It's a little aggressive. Next, Lydia has a sweet moment with her dad and explains that they're moving to Tallahassee and not Colorado like their initial plan was, and that Zach got a job as a tennis instructor for the city, which is great. Barry, Mr. Positive, says it'll be so nice to have them here when the first baby comes, and that you can't stop the inevitable. And back in Boca, though, after this wholesome moment, Ethan and Micah arrive to the house after all the family bashing, and Micah casually asks, "What have you guys been up to?" And Amber says, "Oh, just getting ready," and side eyes the producer in a very knowing way. And yes, she broke the fourth wall for that, and they kept it in, which I'm happy they did. Ethan brings up climbing on something and throwing cheese at cars, which is like, ugh, why are we talking about that? And Veronica has a weird exchange with Amber that seems tense about lying. And Micah immediately asks, what's the matter between you and Amber? I can literally tell in this scene, the writing is on the wall, and it could not be repairable, honestly, between Micah and Veronica. But if there was no Veronica in this scene would have been trash. So what else would they be talking about? But to calm us all down from watching the awkwardness in Boca, we have another light scene where Mariah, Barry, and her friend play Chubby Bunny and shove marshmallows in their mouth until Mariah vomits them in the yard and tries to get away from the cameras. So a very weird juxtaposition of scenes. And then it immediately cuts back, and now Micah and Veronica are talking outside. He pulled her out of there, and he's asking why his family became her enemy all of a sudden. Ethan and Amber, meanwhile, just wait outside in the driveway, and Amber lands a bottle on Ethan's knee, which is pretty impressive, actually. Veronica and Micah are now having a full-on fight. You know, when you bring up stuff from the past and stuff, she's bringing up the cheating, how he's not fighting for her, and Ethan, I guess, got tired of waiting in the yard, so they come in and they just kind of like sit there and they're kind of watching this unfold. Veronica tells them, please step out, or something about this is not for children, and my immediate thought is so I don't think Amber should be there. I also don't think she should have been put in an awkward position early in the episode. Ethan says that he may now need a written apology and one in person from Veronica after that. And the tide is slowly turning against Veronica, guys. She is, in my opinion, talking down to Micah, but he did cheat on her, so obviously the resentment is thick. Veronica then drops the bomb that she's been talking to Olivia and that Olivia is the only one who's been there for her, and Micah's face is just red and in shock. Veronica says, grow a pair. Anyways, Micah says it's hard to keep his cool in this moment, but he knows that she wants him to freak out. So looks like this is his best calm act, and it's pretty good. It's giving repressed emotions. And they keep cutting to light scenes. So, and we have another one with Barry and Mariah in the middle of this. And they go to get a drink to celebrate Mariah moving to Montana. And Barry's having an alcoholic beverage for the first time in front of her. He says now he's more flexible now that the kids are all out of the house. And next, Ethan and Amber are helping Micah now on a job site where he's installing a fence. I guess that's his job. And we learn that Ethan and Amber ended up getting a hotel room because they did not want to stay in the house of horror with Micah and Veronica while they were arguing. Micah then drops the bomb to Ethan that Veronica reached out to Olivia, and Ethan's face says it all. He says that seals the deal for him and Veronica. She didn't ask him about that, and it definitely has to do with his personal business, and he's mad that Olivia is now back in the fold. He probably means like on the show because it's kind of like an inside the show. Veronica and Micah's relationship is a hot mess, and everyone's starting to turn on her completely. I feel like Veronica is great for TV though, but her immediate hate for the Plaths is kind of catching me off guard. What has gone on behind the scenes? There just has to be more to the story. You know what I mean? All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode. Are you Team Veronica or Team Plath? Let me know right in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more of this. Bye, guys.